Hello, everybody. Greetings from Kyiv, Ukraine. Today we are back with our Back to the Root program. But this program today, I will be speaking English. I will not be speaking Yoruba. We will all be speaking English today because there is an emergency program that we needed to address. And that's why this program will be in English. And so go ahead and share the program with your friends and family members. I did a video release sometime this week, and I called it the Yoruba War Drums, Come Back to Your Senses. So this was a video I did to the Yoruba nation about the war drums that are going on. But I would like to say that Israel Good News Balogun is one of the people who saw that video, and he called me immediately and he wanted to talk about it, and he said we should do a program on that subject. So I'm sure there will be a lot of people who might want to discuss it, and I think it is true that many people might want to share their own opinion, either they agree with me or they disagree with me, but I'm sure a lot of people would like to comment on that particular video. Some people even wrote in my comments that I don't know what that really means again, but I know maybe it means bastard. That who are you? You are Omo Ale. Is it Omo Ale? Omo Ile, Omo Ale, something like that. How could you be calling out this Oni of Ife, calling out Are Ono Kakanfo, calling out all these Yoruba leaders and the Yoruba nation? Who are you to be talking like that to our leaders? And he said, oh, you are Omo Ale for real. You have proved it through this video that you have just done. It's good for you. I said that one day that Omo Ale is going to feed you. But the host and the anchor of this program is not me. It is Israel Good News Balogun. But as we introduce him, I would like him to explain to me first of all, what does that Omo Ale mean? Hello, Israel.
Hello, DSA. Good morning.
Yes.
Good morning to everyone who is viewing this video at home. What that Omali means is actually what you have said. It means bastard.
Okay.
And then he's trying
but
to
what they don't know is that a day is coming. That bastard is the one going to feed them. Their life will depend on that bastard, though.
Well, because to them is when you come up to say what these people are doing is bad.
Oh shit.
They don't see from the angle of you are right. They see from the angle of, first of all, who are you talking to? If you are talking to assuming leaders, those who are claimed to be leaders in quotes, like the king, or you are talking about, for example, if you are talking about pastors in the church, even if the pastor is wrong and you are telling that what this pastor is doing is wrong, they will tell you you are a bastard, that you don't even need to talk about him wrong. They call it 1, 2, 1, 1, where one say one le guagba.
What?
When they say one le guagba, yes, you understand this one. Don't try, don't bother.
Okay.
But you understand. But what it means, what I'm trying to say is one le guagba. That one means that when you say shh to elderly people, that you have already abused them. So that kind of a thing is the way in which we have believed over time that anyone who talk to somebody who have assumed leadership position in courts, you are just a bastard. Either you are saying the right thing or not. But for the fact that you are against those who are in the leadership position, I mean, those who occupy leadership, that you are just a bastard. Can you hear me, sir?
Very well.
So that has been that is where that person is coming from. But in as much when that is all, but to me, when I saw that video, one thing I saw was this man is speaking from a perspective. He's speaking from one angle that is very important. And the importance of that message to me was, what is the price of war? What does it cost to go to war? As war, what exactly is the price? What are we about to pay for the war? If you are going to go to the war, what are we going to pay for it? So, if that is the capture, what is summary of what I saw from that video? That war, you want war? Okay, two things are very important in that statement. Let me talk about the first one. You said every war started because people refused to sit down and talk. Oh, that's exactly what I think is happening here.
No, but you are too advanced, though. It means you actually listen to the video. But most of the people who comment, they don't listen now.
I still listen this morning. I never even know that we are going to have this one. I listened to it before this book. I was listening to it when it called.
Because you are very analytical. But if you look at the video, at the something, you will know that most people didn't listen. And if they listen, they only listen maybe for the first 2 minutes. Because they just want to take, they don't even care what I needed to say. They are not analyzing my words. They are not even listening to it. They are just writing their comments.
Of course, by the time they play it and they hear this man again, what do you want to say? Look at him. What is he saying? What is he saying? Does he not say to bring Ruga? But this is the man that said, in fact, you start by saying that this video is not about me supporting Ruga or defending Fulani S-men. But you are concerned about the price of the war. That if this leads to war, what is the price that we're going to pay for it? In fact, I think we need to play the video.
Okay.
So that we take and let everyone see what we are trying to say, and we'll take every step of the word we are making there and begin to challenge ourselves. And sincerely, we need to ask ourselves some straight and direct questions. Let me be very factual. So let us play that video, and then we'll be stopping it and deal with every of the statement in that video, sir.
Okay. Do we have the video? Yeah, we have the video. Hello everybody, Sunday Adelaja here from Kyiv, Ukraine. Today, I'm dressed like a Yoruba man, or I hope I do, and I hope to speak, I want to speak to the Yoruba nation today. I've been observing and studying all the happenings back in my home country of Nigeria, especially in regards to the herdsmen, assaults and invasion and tragedy that is happening in our country. But everything has intensified with the introduction of this Ruga program by the federal government. But the response of my people has really broken my heart, because the Yoruba people have always been known to be thinking people, to be intelligent people. We are regarded as the most educated section of the country, and we should know better. So when I hear and I listen to all the interviews and the speeches that are coming from the leaders of the Yoruba nation, people who are good enough to be my father, my grandfathers, and especially with the tragedy of the death of the daughter of one of the Afenifere leaders, which is a sad thing. And of course, many more deaths have been recorded in Yoruba land that is credited to these headsmen, Fulani headsmen. whether it is so or not, it has not really been proven yet. We don't really know for sure. But most people right now are believing the narrative. It will continue later. I think Mr. Israel wants to say something now. So yes, you want to say something?
DSC.
Yes, sir.
The video started by saying one thing that I want to first talk about. I am dressing like a Yoruba man. I hope I do. Well, you are dressing like a Yoruba man, really. And then
I remember that one day you wore a cap just like that.
Okay.
So I went to look for. I was looking for a cap. I didn't even know I have this one, but I just saw it by accident because everybody that comes from Nigeria always brings some different kind of Nigerian dresses for me, and I don't wear them. So when I was looking for, I have a place where they are there, about 40 of them. So I just saw this one. I just, oh, this is enough. Because I remember you are wearing it as a Yoruba, and I see a lot of Yorubas wear it all the time. All the time they wear that kind of cap.
What I want to bring out from there is, you really want to be identified with them so that they will know you are not stranger condemning them.
Yes.
Now, so that everybody will know that I am one of you. And then you said that this is not about Ruga or Fulani herdsmen. This is about respond. How my people responded to this issue has broken my heart.
Yes.
That cover.
Because I said, because the Yorubas are known to be smart and to be educated.
You know, in that video you said, what happened to us is not what matters.
Yes.
But how we respond is matters.
Yes.
Then, we're going to be looking at what has been the response of our people to Ruga. How have you been able to respond? How have you been able to respond to Asman killing? The information flying around. Who are the people bringing out the information? What exactly do we expect to hear from those people? If I speak about a particular thing that is happening under administration of a particular person who happen to be in opposition party, what do you expect me to talk about it? What are the things that the think tanks, the educated, the elites, even the media in Nigeria are doing to properly educate and inform people on issue? What exactly are they doing? What are they putting outside there? The president came out and said there will be no room for hate speech. They said he's restricting them of freedom of information. This is exactly what I think Nigerians should see from this thing. How are we responding to it? Their response is one issue that's going to trigger the next phase if care is not taken. The response is the main issue that's going to trigger the next phase. And then people that are supposed to play a major role in responding to this issue properly, they are the same people who are sharing information all around. And they are sharing not the right information. Many people carry rumors. When people kidnap, it's F-men. And we know Evan is not F-men. We know because Evan is one of the notorious kidnappers in Nigeria. When armed robbers attack people in Benin Road that has been for years, it's S-men. I am not here to defend S-men. I am not saying S-men are not doing their own. I'm not saying they are not there. But I'm saying that every criminal activities in Nigeria today, as a matter of fact, if a man kill his wife in his house, they will say S-men killed that woman. rumor everywhere. To the point that even the church, and this is, you know, me, I will always relate it to church because church happened to be my constituency. How is even the church responding to this issue? What are they trying to do? The church are now raising army, they are raising prayer point, they are raising revival, praying against the killing of the herdsmen, without anyone taking a very logic, systematic step to make findings and bring information out and say, look, this is exactly what is happening. I just want us to look at those statements you made before we proceed, because I want us to go deeper into how Yoruba people are responding, or let me say, how Nigerians are responding, and what could be the consequence of our response. Because I want us to end this program on one thing: the price of war. And I think you will help us to explain to people, maybe they will hear from you, sir, what the price of war is. And we should count our cost before we buy. If it's something we are willing to pay for, we know if we think it's something we are willing to pay for, we can go ahead and buy it. If not, we should look for alternative to resolve our problem instead of drumming war. And I'm also going to talk about, I'm going to put a challenge out to you also that DSA, that president is silent too much at this time. And his silence is meaning support. People are giving meaning to that. I don't want to jump the process. I don't want to go to that before we get there. So please, I want us to play that video again so that we can talk about it.
Before we play the video, you are talking about the response. You know, somebody wrote me today, who is the cousin of that woman that was killed, Funke. You know, I can't pronounce the name. Do you know the last name? How do you pronounce it? The woman that was killed. Which Funke is that? The woman, the daughter of the elder that was killed, Yoruba elder, Afenifere elder that was murdered.
Okay, the man.
Yes. Anyway, you know the person I'm talking about. So the woman, this person, yeah?
The leader of Afenifere group.
Yes. So this woman that wrote me today, she's a relative. I didn't even know she was, but she saw the video that I did about my call to the Yoruba nation, and she was very close to that woman, to that Funke that was killed. In fact, they were very close from the family because they had the same family. So they went to the same nursery school, and they went to the same primary school, and they grew up together, and so they are close. So, but she wrote today in the name of the family, on behalf of the family, and she was saying, you know what, even though we're in pain, and we are bitter, but after listening to your video, we have come to the realization that, you know what, war will not even return this woman. War will only take other people's lives. So she told me that the elders, and the Yoruba elders included, that it is true that before I did that video, that all over the nation of Yoruba, they are talking about, no, we have to fight, we have to do this, we have to do war drums. But after that video, there was a shift. Me, I don't notice, so I'm not living in Nigeria, I didn't notice. But she said there was a shift. So after I read that letter this morning, I went to look, because she said even the elders of the Yorubas have started saying, okay, no, let's talk. And she mentioned the Oni of Ife. So I went to listen to Oni of Ife's interview, because Oni of Ife went to, after that interview, after that my video, he went to Abuja. But she went in 2 weeks, he went 2 times. You know what I discovered? The Oni of Ife was even using my words. The words I used in this video, he was quoting it. He was saying, yes, we don't want the war drums again. And that we would rather dialogue. So that's why I went to see the president. Let's dialogue. We don't want the war drums. anymore.
Wow. 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 Wow.
There is a video.
Wow.
I just watched it. It's on YouTube now, where Oni of Ife was
Wow.
saying that. So
Wow.
I was not even aware, but that is what this woman said, and that in general now that it's not as forceful as that last week. Again, in at least the Yoruba section about the war, that the video did something. Me, I don't know. I just know that people come there to abuse me. But the funny thing about that video is that we had, let's say we have 300 comments. Out of the 300 comments, 200 of them are not Yoruba people commenting. They are Igbo people.
Yeah.
And they are the ones saying, no, you have to go and fight.
How are we somebody will also come out and speak to Igbo? I'm sorry, because I'm sorry. People should not crucify me. Me, I don't get the mind of BNC. Please don't crucify. But the point is that I want to say this. My mother is an Igbo woman. She's from Igbo State. So I can't hate Igbo. But we are bringing so much emotion into issue when we analyze it as Igbo. We don't want to hear that Buhari is doing anything. In as much as nothing, he cannot do anything. He's a bad man. And that alone is not representing the group enough. I posted something on my wall that led a lot of Igbo people who used to like me, who to say, preach on, and they are confronting me. And what was exactly? The point remains that we don't base our mind on emotion. You don't let people tell you, us men are the one doing this, and you take it hook, line, and sinker. What about evidence? Proof. What about what is true about this rumor is what matters. And how can you establish truth? You establish truth by gathering facts. And when you connect the facts together, you can therefore extract your truth about the matter. And if you look deep into those things, the same Chika, Oyekati, that was robbing on the road that lead to Owerri, Onitsha, they are the same people. I'm not saying S-men are not doing their own, but there are so many criminals in Nigeria now. And I was telling you, I said, we are up against bandits, we are up against enemy, we are not against ethics. If those bandits are from Hausa, we are up against them. If they are from Igbo, we are up against them. If they are Yoruba, we are up against them. And we are going to fight them legally. We are going to fight them in the way in which we have to fight them. Not that we are going to cause another trouble trying to solve one trouble. Because in the course of resorting to war, the history is there for anyone who is interested to read. Go and read about Biafra. Go and read about it. I read the book. I could not stop. I cannot finish it. I was just crying on how people and the people that pushed them to war eventually absconded. Eventually left them. Who died? The less privileged, the weak one, their children, the wives died. Why should we need to sacrifice people's blood on issue we can dialogue and resolve? Why? Our leaders should approach problem considering that not all of us have American visa. So many of them, if the issue starts there, they just take the next available bus to Ghana. From Ghana, they fly out of the country. We will be the one to die for it. We will be the one to pay for the price. Yes, I want us to look at that. There's something you said also that need to be given attention. Please help us play the video, please.
Let's play the video. Okay. We'll continue the video. This is going to be a very interesting program. Please be ready to call in, or anybody that wants to call in to contribute, we'll be ready to receive your calls today. Yes. Amazing. That any bad thing that happens in our land, in Yoruba land and in Nigeria in general, either it's kidnapping or killing or raping or stealing or armed robbery, that it should be the Fulani men that are behind it. And I'm not trying to, justify these Fulani men or the Ruga program. No. I think the evil that is in our country right now, especially that is connected to these herdsmen and the killing of people, the Christians in the Benue and in Kaduna, in Katsina, in Zamfara, in Borno, in Benue, all these places all over Nigeria is a tragedy. But I want my Nigerian people and my Yoruba people to know that this is a nationwide tragedy. It's not just a Yoruba land tragedy, but it's a tragedy for the whole of Nigeria. And if we recognize it as such, then we'll be able to face it much more professionally. But the things I'm observing in the media is more like the response that is coming from sentiment. We are using sentiment more than we are using our mind. And that is my concern. Especially when you listen to some leaders of the Yoruba people, they are beating the war drums. And that's why I'm coming out today to shout that those Yoruba leaders that are screaming and that are beating the war drums. I read some reports when Yoruba people say we will raise an army, a 1 million people army, 1 million man strong army to fight who? Who do you want to fight? We've had that kind of rhetorics before. You remember Odumegu Ojukwu? Well, Ojukwu said things like that he was going to win, he was going to do, and we know what happened. Almost or more than 2 million people died as a result of that kind of decision. Don't let us be in a hurry. Don't let us be sentimental. Don't let us just study this thing and discuss with the whole country and with the government and with the Hausas and with the Fulanis. Let us sit at the table and talk. When we are talking about wars, nobody really wins at the end of the day in a war. Because the price of war is the blood of your people and the death of your sons, daughters, wives, and parents at the end of the day. You see, people who are beating the war drums, they think they are going to win. And it is pride that makes people to behave like that. The only solution to any conflict in this world is never war. And the history of the world has taught us that. The history of the First World War, Second World War, and all the history of wars in general all over the world have taught us that no, war is never a... Okay, so I think Israel wants to say something now, wants to comment on...
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. What you said in that video is exactly what I started with. The price of war. There will be war. One will be defeated. One will win. Even when they declare Biafra, no victor, no vanquish. We still know who won. We still know who suffered the most devastated. But the price to pay for this is blood of children, blood of women, blood of our old ones. If the young one will stand up against them, they will also lose their blood. Either we kill them or they kill us. Exactly who are we fighting in the first place? Is it that Yoruba will pack themselves inside Los Zeros bus and go to Kaduna to go and be fighting them? Wait, sorry, because why do they 1 million to fight Ruga? To fight Fulani, how many are they? Why do you need 1 million to find that number? Or are we saying that we'll load ourselves in truck and we'll move to Sokoto and begin to fight them there and say we are fighting? I don't understand. Because the fight we are calling for, we hear the result, and that result will remain as the blood of innocent will be spilled. I witnessed Modakeke Ife war. I saw the fight. Yes, do you know that the real issue behind that war was not because these people are fighting over land. The man who was selling weapon to Modakeke people is the same man that is selling weapon to Ife people. But because he want to make money from war, he will go to Modakeke and tell them that Ife people, I have spy among Ife. They said they are going to strike tomorrow morning. So the man will also go to Ife people and he will tell them that I have spied among Modakeke. The Modakeke people said they are going to strike tomorrow morning. The man will not send his own boys to strike. So they will say, oh, he has told us that they are going to strike. Yeah, they strike. Two of them will start fighting. And when they fight, they use bullets, they use gun, they use all the weapons. Their weapon will get finished. They will consult him to get them more weapon. So he was making billions from them fighting. He was looking for war machineries for them. He was helping them to bring in people to come and fight their war. He was making money. None of them knew that what they were fighting over is not about the issue. It's not the man instigating both sides. I'm going to relate you to this one now. Now, the people who came to have what they call conflict resolution expert that they brought from University of Ibadan, one of them will come from University of Ibadan, who happened to be somebody I know, is now they are now investigating that. How do you people get your weapon? That people now told him that this is the person that gave us weapon. They had the other party. The other party said, this is the person. Yeah. So they called both of them and told them, the man that gave the weapon to you is the one that is giving weapon to this one. What this man told you this time, he told them the same thing here. That was how they were able to resolve the problem. You see, miscommunication. They were not talking. Many people died. Property lost. People became poor, wretched because of that war. The same thing that is now happening among the Fulani herdsmen. Somebody knew that they need to do something that will trigger people and create hatred towards some set of people. So we will strike. We will arrange our boys. We will ask them to do this. And then we will come and tell people. Because, of course, we have seen them doing something in this area. So we will tell everyone that they are the one. But the question I cannot find answer to, these are the same herdsmen who have been living in our midst for the past 20, 30 years. They have been rearing their cows in Southwest.
For the past 100 years.
How come these people became killer overnight? Yes, let me tell you. Do you know people that own those cows? The cow they are killing, they are rearing. Do you know those who own them? The Obas, the Yoruba senators, the rich Yoruba people. They are the owner of those cows. Go and investigate. Go and ask them. I have spoken to more than 5 health people I met in my traveling around. I called their book and said, who is owner of this cow? He will tell me, Chief, the name he mentioned, they are Yoruba names. Do you know people that own the cow in Enugu? Do you know people that own the cow in Abia? They are owned by their men, by their own people. The Ojis of Kalo, they make billions out of cow. Many senators are making millions out of rearing cows, and they will go and bring this Fulani to come and help them rear the cow in their hometown. Do you think those cows are owned by Sule Makama or Alaji Dangote or Alaji's? These are not owned by them. I am not saying absolutely. They may own some, but larger part of those cows are owned by the people of the same state. Or if anybody wants to disprove this today, you should take it upon yourself and do a census and be sincere and go around and ask those herdsmen who are the owner of your cow. So if these people that are being hired by your people are killing us, who should we talk to? The employer or employee?
The employer.
Why do we need to resolve? Why do we need to resolve problem with another problem? Okay, housemen came to my farm, they hit my crops, my this and that. Of course, this is sudden. A farmer does not want to toil and suffer, and for one houseman to come overnight and eat it. Many people doesn't think. You now claim that they are too powerful. Government is not saying anything. We are coming there. But the first question you ask is, who exactly is the owner of this cow? Wherever you see this houseman settlement, they are just in few numbers. They may have 3 houses. And mostly they have wives in those houses. The men among them are no more than. What happened in Benue, sir? What we heard is the killing of the people, which is totally condemned. But do you know what they call cow roasting or something? Cow roasting?
Yes. Cow rustlers.
Cow rustlers. These are people that go around, steal their cow, and kill them. Even there was a time, soldiers need to man the road. No cow is allowed to cross to southwest. No cow is allowed to leave the country without you identifying the owner of the cow. So the cow rustlers were killing their cow, and to a Fulani or a cow rearer announcement, that cow is even important more than his own life. Not even your life now. His own life is not as important as that cow. That's the way his mental is all about. It's like the way ministry is more important to you, sir. The way changing nations is more important. People are scared with death now. They say, you call it, they will kill you. You say, I am willing to die for it. Oh, the way you embrace is the same way. You know, there are some people that can die for animals, in protecting animals, because they are powerless. They don't have power of their own. They know they are born to protect them. They will be willing to die for those animals. And people say, why is animal so important than human being? I am not saying they are important than human being, no. But I'm only saying from his own perception. He sees that animal as powerless, and he knows that you are coming to harm them. You will need to kill me first before you kill them. These people, I am not saying they are not bad people among them. In fact, there are people who are using that trade now to cause havoc, well organized and planned by some set of people. But the animal that they are rearing in Southwest, in South, in Southeast, 90% of them are owned by the people of the same land. If government demands for Ruga, let me ask you, sir, whose cow do they think they are bringing? They thought they are bringing Chisule, Alaji Sule in Kaduna. He's bringing his cow from Kaduna to Onitsha. What sense is in that? It's the same people that is in your state that is going to benefit from the Ruga. Government approach may be wrong. The way government wants to do it may be wrong, but Ruga has been in Nigeria for donkey of years. There have been settlements. Yes, I would love you to talk so that I will not just be the only one talking and you are listening to. I want to say something, sir.
Wow, very interesting. I heard Kalu, OG Kalu, the former governor, actually admitted that he owns cows, and that his cattle is the cattle farm is one of the biggest in the country. So he says he's having Ruga, and that's why he welcomes Ruga. Well, I think it's not Ruga that we should be doing. I think we should not do settlement, but I think we should do ranches, just like people do in the West, in America, and in other parts of Africa. Ranches is what I will, campaign for. This Ruga one, I don't understand it, but let's do ranches. So I welcome the fact that the government suspended the Ruga program. But just like you said, it's not always what happens to us that matters, but how we respond to those things. And that's why I went to history. That war is too costly. I mean, the war with Fulanis and Hausas in the 19th century, 18th, 19th century, it cost Yoruba too much. And, the Afonja saga, we are still paying the price for it today. Why do they call Ilori North part of the North now? And the Emir is there. It's because of all these things. Why do you need that kind of devastation again? War, nobody ever wins actually in war, because the losses are so too much that everybody loses. You lose your home, you lose your family, you lose your children, you lose, it's just too, especially when you are talking of a country of 200 million people, it will be catastrophic for the region, for the whole of Africa. Even for can you imagine how many people are in Syria? Syria is not, compared to Nigeria. They don't even have 20 million people there. And Nigeria is 200 million. And the refugees that spilled to Europe was just 2 million refugees or so. And see the crisis that hit Europe. The EU and European Union, they were almost scattering just because of 2 million refugees. They didn't know what to do. What about if 20 million comes, or 50, through in Libya? It will wipe out everything. Europe will be overflooded with people. America, all of them will feel it. So even right now, they're already having problem with Nigerians everywhere. No refugee, nothing. No. Just legal Nigerians who are traveling. Everybody is already crying out of Nigerians, that Nigerians are causing problem there. And those are the best Nigerians that are overseas now. Let the ones that are fighting, let the miscreants come. Let the bandits come. Let them invade everywhere. Let them invade Europe. It will be like grasshopper invading farm. So we don't need that kind of thing.
So exactly what I'm talking about. That, for example, let me also say that when the people come out to say we will raise army, Nigeria is already fragile. I was telling somebody, I said Nigeria is like an environment where petrol has been split around. They were splitting petrol every day. We're just wetting every house with petrol. That petrol is only waiting for somebody to smoke cigarette and throw it, or to light a lighter and throw it. That is what that petrol is waiting for. Because by the time the petrol that kind of light is released, everywhere we catch fire. Nigeria is already tense. We are already in a serious situation that any slight havoc or provocation will not be able to stop it. Everyone is looking for an avenue through which they intend to retaliate for something that has been done that nobody is speaking about it. And there's it. The presidency is also not talking. Why is Buhari silent? Why do we have a president that does not talk to his own citizen? At this kind of a time, people want to hear from him. They want to know his position about things. Why is he not talking?
I think that.
Yes, what do you have to say?
Can I talk now?
Yes, sir.
I think you need to wait till Monday.
Oh.
My next video.
Wait.
My next video is going to be about that.
Ah, okay. Something is coming on Monday then.
This Yoruba one
So,
is a preamble.
Okay. Because the major problem Nigerians are facing with this administration is there's no communication. The president does not and is not speaking to us. People and in governmental structure, in political structure, or let me say, governing a society structure is very important. And then one of the structure is to have directional in communication within the people and the governed. The governed and the governor. I mean, the president and the governor. You must have a communication with them. That doesn't necessarily mean you are the one facing the media or TV to speak about issue all the time. There are occasions when you talk through your media, through this, through that, people will be well informed. But the presidency is not talking. People are just thinking he's taking us for granted as nothing we can do, or people are starting believing maybe that man is actually the guy they call him. Because he does not know what to say, so he doesn't know what to come and talk. But on this issue, I think my personal opinion is that the presidency should be on top of the game, communicating and letting people know. Most of the time, if, for example, when the killing was intense, around north, that people are being killed, several people are being killed. One of the problems the president was having then was, we're not hearing anything from them. They claim to be working, to be doing something about it, but what they are doing about it, people does not know. If people have been informed, they will have known that the government is taking this step, our government is concerned, our government is doing something. But as if though we saw that there's a change, the killing reduced, the system changed, people are even saying, where Atiku start campaign, Asmen killing went to an end. When the election was coming close, everybody's busy campaigning, killing disappear. And so, but the presidency that's supposed to be talking to us, they are not talking. And that's one is a very major concern to Nigerians. But on this video they just released, and this will be my last, what I want to say last on that video, so that people can call in and also contribute. On this video just be released, they say, I thank God for you. Thank you very much. And I know that this has gone a long way to salvage, to calm the tension, to let people open their eyes to see what they are not seeing, for people to realize that we may not necessarily be fighting the right battle, or we are not approaching this problem in the right manner. I don't think Nigeria should go, or Yoruba people should go and fold their hand and say, we are not, don't want war, let's go and let's forget about it. No war, no war, no war. I don't think so. But what I think is, Yoruba people should approach this matter systematically. What is the cause? What is the true cause of this problem? Who are these housemen? Can we unravel them? Can we know them? Who are they? If truly these people are housemen, what is making them to kill? Why are they killing? Why are they kidnapping people? Who is telling them? Let me say this just before I leave, and then let everybody hear that. That today, what is coming Yoruba youths that is not making them to become a kidnapper or robber is because they're on top of their game as Yahoo boys. Do you know that, yes, if Yahoo is ended in Nigeria today, Yoruba land or Igbo land or whatever land today, if just every young guy does not have opportunity to do Yahoo anymore, they will kill any bagger. They will kill anybody. So the same things, the same problem that is pressurizing you to resort to harm carrying, killing in one part of the country is the same that is pressurizing Yoruba youths to go into internet fraudster. It is the same that is pressurizing Yoruba, Southwest youth, South youth to do something else. You hang Yahoo today, hand it, and don't provide job and don't give them opportunity to have something to do. The same guys will arrange themselves, they will even kidnap the wife of the president. Do you know what is keeping this guy away from this kind of a thing? They are busy with their laptop. They are defrauding people online. They are robbing people of their money. But let me also say, they are killing people in thousands. The people that are just retirees, that are just collecting their retirement money, they will scam them of their money. They will, what have you done to that person? You have killed that person. Dependent will die. Family will scatter. They are already into ritual. They are killing ladies. They are turning them to money making. So the same menace is every section. And then, if you are now focusing on housemen coming to kill us, which must end, which we cannot condone or support it, we must think on how to resolve the problem, not to cause another problem with it. Because if those guys that is killing, they also have opportunity to use system to type message online, they may not resort to that. They may also want to take the one that is less risky. Less risky in the sense that at least there's no gunfire facing ourselves. I'm only doing it online. I may be caught. If I'm caught, I'll just go to 3 years jail. I'll come back. But when it comes to carry harm, it's more difficult. If those guys also have opportunity to say, I can type also, I can go on internet, I can forge documents, I can do these things, I also want to employ that one. But kidnapping, robbery, all those what does not necessarily need, you need to have book on your head. Just be bold, can take a lot of smoke, a lot of, and one thing also, well, don't let me change this topic totally.
Go ahead.
I just think,
go ahead.
One thing also there is that every youth in Nigeria is prone to dangerous crime. Every youth. Don't let me use the word every youth. Let me say 90% of people within the age of 15 to 45 is prone to dangerous. I don't mean just ordinary crime. I need dangerous ones. And how did I come to know that? You see, our system is so influenced by media so much that what we hear, what we see, when you turn this side, what you are seeing, when you open this one, what you are hearing is about war, violence, drug, prostitution. We have never heard any other message different from that. And those words are becoming very, very familiar with us. We are so used to them. So much that Nigeria, when they hear that somebody is killed, we don't shed tears anymore. We just say, no. Sorry, if you are on your bad program, I can mix Yoruba with. You don't say, the meaning that you just kill yourself. But yes. Look at this. Last week, today is Saturday. On Thursday, I was coming from the airport to my house, and police were stopping Okada people from flying major road. So government said no, Okada should fly express again. So police were arresting them for the past 2 weeks. The Okada guy went to arrange themselves to come and confront police. Do you know what they were doing? When they are now stealing police. They stood afar. They were now stealing them. And I said, let's imagine police want to respond and they respond with bullets. Who will suffer the most? This is exactly the way our system has been influenced. When you hear music, they are talking about drugs, about women, about prostitution, about getting money quick, about being rich overnight. When you go on the internet to listen to drama, music, anything, even when you go to church, when you hear the word in the church, it's about fight, kill, war, everything. Our body, our system is tense. And everybody is just thinking in one direction. And that direction is how can I corner it? How can I make it? How can I be there? Unconsciously, for them, even when we are quoting Bible, we are quoting Bible to defend those things that are getting to our system. The Bible says, the ways of the righteous shall be perfect. I am going out today. It's my turn to be rich. It's my turn to be prosperous. And all those things. And therefore, Nigerians, Southwest are not taking to gun and kidnap yet because they have alternative of doing internet fraudster. I can tell you, sir, I can count university in Southwest, and I can tell you without any mixing word, 75% of the students in that school, both male and female, are into internet fraudster. I can tell you that. This is not, anybody can call me and disprove my claim. Southwest, I'm telling you, 75% of them are into internet. Let's assume internet fraudster is no longer available. What do you think those guys will be doing? Do you think they will not want to live? They will not have money? They want to have it. And they will resort to something. So we should go and trace and deal with our fundamental problem. People who are calling for war can as well use the money to buy weapons to create factory for them. When you create factory, instead of giving us the weapon, we go to work. When we are busy from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m., we are tired. But when you don't give us job, we have energy, we have muscle, we have power, and there's nothing to use it for. We look for something to do with it. Thank you very much, sir.
When you wrote me and later on we spoke after this video came out, you were so excited. You are so. What was it that made you to write me that time that we must do a program about this thing?
Seriously, because what you just released is like you just picked my mind. I saw a man who approached problem from the perspective, the way it's supposed to be. I was excited. I said, wow, this is it. This is it. You know, when I saw it, I said, okay, this man just spoke my mind. I was trying to tell people, I said, look, we are not up against Fulani or Hausa or Igbo or Yoruba. Nigeria is up against bandits. We are up against menace. We are up against killing. We are up against terrorism. We are up against fraudster. We are up against any societal evil. We are not against any ethnic group. So if any ethnic group is caught doing it, because Yahoo is not killing us directly, does not mean it's less harmful. If you want to know the consequence of being duped, go and question those who have been duped of our hard-earned money, what he has led to. Because the guy who robbed a white man and buy you house, buy you car, donate to your ministry, or give you food, or if somebody will go and rob a Igbo and you say go on the street, he's helping the poor. Because it's not directly affecting, does not mean it's not harming some other people. Does not mean it's not killing some other people. So there's a problem in the land. If you want to rate the rate of Yahoo in Nigeria, in Southwest today, in South, Southeast, we are more criminal than those Arsenal we are talking about. Who is beating war drum against them? Oh, because we are not the one that are being duped. Or because those who are being duped are not from our tribe. Or because those who are paying for, they are lying to get their money. They are not the people you know directly. Close your eyes and imagine the money in your pocket disappear to one boy somewhere. How will you feel? So when I saw that video, it just answered the question I have been asking. And it attended to the problem the way I think it should be attended to. That was why I wrote you right.
But the last 1 month or 2 months now, there was even a time they said they had a conference or a council of Yoruba elders, and that is where they took the decision to raise up the army. And but who are these people really campaigning for this kind of reprisal attacks? And
to be candid, dear say
I listened personally to that Odumakin guy. I think it's just mischievous because of his political bias. I listened to a lot of talk, George Bode, and other people that are. I will just tell you, there is this Dukwe, is it Okukwe? Yeah, Okukwe. And then all these journalists, especially the journalists who are saying, is it Good Morning Nigeria, Good Morning or something? What they call them? The Abati, is it Ruben Abati? They are always bringing people to interview them, and they are always negative.
Yeah, if you look at the set of people that are coming to talk, one thing you must go and study about them is what is their background, what is their disposition towards this administration. How do they feel about the president? The party that is ruling, what is their feeling about them? All the people you mentioned now, they are in opposition party. And so every one of them are looking for a way to discredit the government. They're looking for a way to play their role as opposition party, and so making the president to feel incompetent. They make him feel he's not doing anything, so they must do everything not to speak good of him. So for that reason, every one of the names you mentioned, even the man you mentioned, what is his name now? Odumakin is the general secretary of Afenifere group. The man that his daughter was killed is the chairman, he is the general secretary. Many of them are in opposition party. And then they're coming to
But is Afenifere opposition party?
Afenifere is a party. They are what they call them. They claim to be representing Yoruba group, but they are also presenting candidates during election and adopting candidates. So when they speak in that manner, they speak in sense of Afenifere did not adopt Buhari, they adopt Jonathan in their first tenure. Even in this present time, they adopted what they call him, Atiku, as their candidate. So they will not come out and say, this is a problem and this is the reason for the problem. This is a problem. I think people should address problem as a problem. And this is the reason for the problem. If the reason for the problem happens to be that the Northerners are hating this other part of Nigeria, say it the way it is. But evidence on ground shows that Nigeria is not against, the Fulani are not against Yoruba or Igbo. Igbo are not against Yoruba or Fulani. Bandits, criminals are disturbing our land. The evidence we have at hand. So we should address the problem from that angle. We should address the problem from that angle. We should, when our leader gather to make meeting, and when they talk about them now, they will say you are bastard, that you are talking to leaders that way. When leader is a leader, in sense of the fact that he has something to offer me, either he's older than me or he's younger to me. When you know better than me, that's when I see you as a leader. But when you say something like that, what are you leading me? When I know more than you, why will you lead me? Yesterday God was teaching me something personally. I was driving, I was following a car. And I discovered that my speed is now being determined by that car. So God was telling me that the person you follow determines how fast you go. The car was going on its own. He wasn't thinking of me, but me, I was just following the car. I was saying we are going together. Suddenly I realized that, why am I walking like this now? I discovered this guy was just busy with his phone, pressing it, and me, I was following him. So when we put people who does not know the direction of life, they are not moving on any way. They are the one, we are going on their pace. And even this kind of people that are representing us, speaking on our behalf, what are they saying? When you speak for your party, you can speak for your party. But when they are speaking for the whole nation, for the whole tribe called Yoruba, they should speak as individual. Living by house, living party, living this, they should bring out fact and figure, evidences. Okay, when Nigeria were bombing the pie, claiming that it belongs to them, obstructing the flow of oil in their nation, in their country, saying that government is robbing them. Did government really rob them? Are they fighting that time against the whole nation or against who? Do we agree that our resources belong to all of us? If they destroy it, who are they destroying? The money that is supposed to come to the whole nation, though some people may corner it, is topic for another day. But being wasted away. Did government really forget them? Their leaders that are collecting money on their behalf and turning it to their personal use, have they paid for it? They say, I need to leave now. I have
beautiful. But like I told you, on Monday, I have I will release, by the grace of God, 11 o'clock our time, which is 9 o'clock Nigerian time and British time. I'm going to release another video by God's grace. And it's going to be me talking to Buhari direct. It's going to be my first open talk to the president. But I'm going to be talking to him and talking about the Obasanjo letter. But that will be on Monday. Be on the lookout. Thank you so much for this program. We'll see you very soon on Monday too. Blessings.
Thank you very much, sir.
Peace.
And those who want to start calling now. Thank you very much, Jesse.
Thank you. Bye. Okay, for those people who want to call to the program right now, we want you to go to Facebook Messenger. And when you get to Facebook Messenger, look for Move Agents. Move Agents, one word, and then send us SMS or text message that you want to call. Go to Move Agents and you can write and send us message that you like to call. Meanwhile, let's fight for the unity of Nigeria. This book will really help you to understand Nigeria. A lot of people who were not interested in Nigeria again, after reading this book, they said, wow, I didn't know that Nigeria is so wonderful like this. Yes, Nigeria is wonderful, Nigeria is beautiful, and our diversity is one of our greatest wealth. So please, if you have not read this book, you might want to read it. It will really make your day. It will grow your wings, so to say. So you can get it on Amazon, and you can get it, of course, on DSA, what do they call it? Huh? DSA Books Planet, dsabooksplanet.com. That is in Nigeria and in Africa. dsabooksplanet.com, or you can get it on Amazon or on Okada Books. But the physical book you could get through dsabooksplanet.com. And this is another book here. This one is one of the best books you will ever read in your life, especially concerning Nigeria. There's no one who has read this book and have not said it's the best book they have ever read about Nigeria. And that, in fact, there are people now who are reading this book who are not from Nigeria and are writing to me and are saying, you know, in fact, somebody just wrote to me from Zimbabwe who read this book and said it's one of the best books she has ever read in her life. And, you know, it doesn't matter what country you are coming from. This book will be a blessing to you. But it will also show you how to resolve leadership questions in any society and in any country. but we are just using Nigeria as a study case. So people want to call, please go to Facebook Messenger, look for Move Agents, and send us a text that you want to call. So I think we have a caller right now. Okay. Before the caller comes, again, I want to remind you of the book, Nigeria and the Leadership Question. It types stories of all leadership questions. A lot of people have challenged me that why is it that I'm not talking to the president? Well, be on the lookout. On Monday, you will hear me talk to the president. Hello?
Hello, DSA. This is Emmanuel. I'm calling from Swansea, Wales.
Yes. How are you, Emmanuel? You called the other time.
Yeah, thank you very much. You have a very good memory.
Yes, thank you,
I
sir.
want to contribute to the program. What Brother Israel Balogun said is actually the truth. Because me, I grew up in Lagos.
Okay.
I'm a Christian, and all my family friends at the time were Hausa Fulani people.
Okay.
And I feel very comfortable in their house. And
you even went to their house?
Yes, I go to their house. I stay long there. We share the same values and everything.
Wow.
There was never a time you see all this kind of there's no all this tribal sentiment between we and them at the time.
Wow.
And I grew up in Benin City. I'm from Benin City actually.
Yes.
I've stayed there before. What I observed in Benin is there is a particular place in Benin called Hausa Fulani Quarter.
Okay.
And Benin City is so peaceful. You don't see any trouble at all. The way they accommodated the people from the northern part of Nigeria. When you go there, you think maybe this part of Nigeria is some part of Benin is you are in the north. So there's nothing like fighting or whatever.
Wow.
Or all this kind of things.
Is it like that up to now?
Up to now, if you go to there's also a quarter in Benin City. So when we talk about the issue of kidnapping, robbery, or wherever, all these things started from the Niger Delta. To be honest with you, even though now, if you are not even living in Niger Delta and you are visiting Niger Delta, because of maybe you having a brand new car or whatever, you are not very rich. You will even go. You'll be trying to take police or whatever to like as an escort, which does not even warrant it.
I thought Niger Delta people only kidnap white people.
No, they kidnap themselves, even their brothers. You understand? So when they are saying kidnapping so it has gotten to a point now whereby the crime of kidnapping, robbery, and whatever has now been shifted to the Fulani people. All these people, they are not like this before. As Brother Israel Balogun just said, you kill a Fulani man, somebody that's maybe is the prophet. You kill a Fulani cattle, a Fulani small cattle, and maybe the profit is going to make from that cattle is maybe 10,000 naira or maybe 4,000 or whatever. Maybe you kill 2 or 3. How do you expect them to revenge?
Wow.
In the first place. You are not tolerating them. And the issue of ranching you talk about, I think is the best solution to this all this problem. Maybe if we can accommodate them in our land, which is the southern part of
but everybody is saying they don't want them now.
No, that is one of the solutions to all these things. If we can build ranches in Nigeria, whereby they can come there, sell their cattle. These people, to be honest with you, they are the most peaceful people on earth. Like, let me give you an example. My dad is a medical doctor. There was he was invited by one of my cousins to come and open a hospital in Kaduna years ago. Do you know a Fulani man said, doctor, because you are coming to my community to open an hospital, I give you my house for free to run your hospital.
No.
Don't pay anything.
Are you serious?
You can't get that in any parts in southwestern Nigeria. Nobody will give you his house for free to run a hospital. These people, they are very generous. It's just the way they have been treated in the past years and be discriminated against or been talked down against that is triggering all these things. If we can embrace them with love, peace, and harmony, we live with them in peace and harmony. They are the most lovely people you can find on earth. Let's remove religion or whatever.
Wow.
So thank you, DSA.
Wow, this is a different perspective. You know, nobody wants to hear this your perspective in Nigeria right now.
Nobody wants to hear. Even as I'm talking right now, I will say if I go to Nigeria, I'll still, my friends that are Fulanis, I will still go to their house. I will still eat and do everything.
Wow.
To be honest, my cousins, I'm not as free with them with the way I'm free with these people. And to be honest with you, I've only been to northern Nigeria once. It's not as if if you know the way they are and you treat them the way they do their things, to be honest, I think Nigeria is going to be a very, very good
So
country.
you don't even see any reason for all this war talk and things like that.
I don't even see any reason for a Fulani man to kill somebody. I know maybe you've pushed them to a very to an edge whereby they themselves they cannot even escape. I saw them. I saw how they've been treated in the eastern part of Nigeria and some western part of Nigeria. I said, no, this is not how you do things. In the 80s, all these things, we were not having it. Why is it now they are just bringing the issue of Fulani herdsmen?
Wow. Thank you for saying this.
No problem.
Thank you so much, Emmanuel.
Thank you very much. And for your program, when you say I pray soon you going to Nigeria, I hope I will join the Nigeria crew.
Project, yes.
Well.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
God
Emmanuel.
bless you for what you are doing.
Thank you. Yes, for those people who want to join the Nigerian Transformation Project, please go to sundayadelajablog.com/Nigeria. So just go to the internet, my blog. I have a blog that's called sundayadelajablog.com/Nigeria. And for those of you who want to join my mentorship program, which is online and for free, go to sundayadelajablog.com as well /mentorship. So it depends on what you want. You just slash it. If it is books you want, you could also get them on sundayadelajablog.com/books. So just, but for the Nigerian project, it's sundayadelajablog.com/Nigeria. And of course, the books are also on Amazon and they are on Okada books for electronic books. But for physical books, you could get them on dsabooksplanet.com. dsabooksplanet.com. Okay, for those people who want to call, go to Move Agents, and that's on Facebook Messenger. If you go to Facebook Messenger, look for Move Agents, and when you get to Move Agents, Move Agents, you could write to us and say that you want to call, and we will call you back. We'll call you back. Okay, let's see if we have other callers. Okay, they are trying to connect with people who might want to call. And this is a book that I recommend for every Nigerian to read, The Beauty of Nigerian Diversity. In this book, we are talking about different advantages that a Nigeria gives to a Nigerian that we might not even be aware of. There are so many advantages, there are so many blessings, there are so many, and we're also talking about the peculiarities of every tribe and the blessings that they add to Nigeria. I think we have a caller, right? Hello?
Hi, DSA.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I was just...
Who is calling, please, from where?
I'm calling from the United States, actually.
Okay.
I think that I agree with most of the points you all are making, but I think we should spend our energy discussing the danger that our people are facing in the church.
In the church?
Yes, sir. Some people say there's an agenda to, make this a Muslim country that originated from Saudi Arabia. We cannot ignore those facts. And then for the fact that the government is not even speaking about it, nobody has been arrested for killing all these Christians. Nobody has been taken charge to court. It's a concern. It's a really big concern. And I think as a leader that you are, I think, we should also show empathy for the families that have lost loved ones, rather than just trying to defend the government, because the government is in a mess. That's just my view, sir.
Beautiful. We are going to, on Monday, we're going to be talking to the government. Be on the washout.
Oh, very good. Very
Yes,
good.
I will release a
Very
video on Monday talking to the president and the government of Nigeria and the APC.
Oh, that is fantastic. Because in the United States, even if one American is kidnapped, you see the government react right away and make comment. They value life. So if, with all due respect to the president, if he's silent on these matters, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good.
Yeah.
Because they are killing our brothers and sisters, whether it's Fulani headsmen, whether it's armed robbers, whoever it is. Lives are being lost, and we have to put some value in lives. One Muslim killed is too much. One Christian that is killed is too much. Nobody should be killed. Yes, war is bad, but Hitler was confronted because he allowed the slaughter of millions of Jews, and young Americans went and fought and died, gave their blood to stop him. Evil has to be stopped. That's why we have policemen and soldiers. We can't just fold our hand and say, let's not start war. War is bad and blah, blah, blah. They killed the daughter of Oni of Ife. Even if it's a poor person's daughter that was killed, one killing is bad enough. I'm apolitical because during Jonathan I was condemning his inability to provide security to the people. That's the main role of government, to make sure that people are safe. So it's just a big concern to me. I wouldn't even be happy if any Muslim is being killed. I wouldn't be happy if any Christian is being killed. Nobody should be killed. People should be safe in their country. And, you talk to people in Nigeria, they tell you they are insecure, they are afraid, and then the government talks more about their program of establishing cattle colonies than about the safety of the people. So it's a big concern. I'm glad you're going to talk about this, sir.
Thank you so.
Thank you.
Thank you so very much. Yeah. Beautiful.
You have a wonderful day, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, it's a concern. It's a concern. A lot of people are, concerned, and it's going to be insensitive of us to say we don't see those concerns. And that's why on Monday I'll be releasing a video that is going to be the most daring one I've done so far. Do we have any caller? Okay, I think that is all for today. So tonight we'll come back and I'll be having an interview with Ben, the guy that picks the brain and methods of DSA. What do we call the program? Methods and the mind. He picks the mind of DSA, the mind and methods of DSA. That will be tonight. So I'll be ready. I have to prepare myself for that, I guess. I don't know what he's going to be asking me this time, but it's always hot. It's like on a hot seat with Ben each time. So we'll look forward to seeing you tonight. Peace.